just cut that part out. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so obsessed with how my hair looks. It's the outfit of the day. It's chilly. Travel in time.
I don't understand.
And the Olympians.
It's his story again. He's back to telling Percy Jackson's story.
This is new?
This is book 2 in a new series, but what I don't understand is, right, this takes place after the events of when he goes to Rome. Called Chinese enough that I want to get it.
I don't think I like it enough to hold on to it right now. But I like it enough to come back to. It was not weak.
No, it wasn't.
So first and foremost, I got this book. I was kind of upset about leaving it behind. Here's the little blurb in case you're curious. It is a sapphic love story about a witch and a skeptic, and honestly, it seems fun. It was $19. That's how much it retailed for. And this is the only book that we got. Actually, I really didn't care for this book, and I wish I kind of given it a few more chapters, but I couldn't get past chapter 1. I just wanted to tell you guys about what happened. Basically, we were in the line and we were getting ready to check out. Partner Green wanted to go look at some. Is that the same bitch from Barnes and Nobles?
It's kind of busy here.
I told you that it would be.
She called this with a 10-foot Boston pole.
We're at Target.
They had e-readers, and I wasn't sure if they also sold like Kindle cases, because I just got a Kindle for Christmas, and I want to get a case. Go Knowles. And I wanted to get a case for it, but they didn't. They only had for their Nook.
We do this thing where we say Go Knowles, and if we don't see it, the other person doesn't see it, then we have to give them a kiss.
Sometimes I pretend not to see it.
I never do that because I never lose.
You lose all the time.
Essentially, there was this like middle-aged lady and her daughter. Then the younger one was like, I only read 138 books this year. And then the mom is like, only? As like a gag. And she's like, yeah, Jessica read 369 books this year.
Jessica read an average of 3 books a week.
You know what the mom says? A book a day? And then the mom, poor mom, who's middle-aged, she's in her 50s, maybe 60s. She's like, I don't think I even read 10 books this year. I want to read, but I just don't read like I used to. And I wanted so badly to butt into their conversation. Excuse me, I just don't want you to like be down on yourself because you don't have the fucking time or the effort to want to. Bro, look how shitty that truck parked.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Do you think they're gonna fix it?
No, they're fixing it.
Okay, yeah, this double parked like a bitch. Is that all you care about is your good reads and the numbers? We have such an obsession with numbers. It's not anything new. Obviously, there's always been competitions, numerically based. However, I feel like the obsession with numbers that we have today is absolutely ridiculous. Who cares? Even reading any books at all is a feat. It's a political action. It's act of radical self-care or self-love to just read and to let yourself dive into a world or a mindset or a theory or a philosophy that is not of your own by letting in other ideas. I think it's very important to the self, to personal, physical, mental well-being. I think reading is very important. I think everybody should read. But, you know, that being said, it's not like I've read 50 million books, not this year and definitely not in my lifetime. It's not a personal goal for me to own 1,000 books, which I feel like we've been seeing. But what is the reason that you want this library? Because it's inside of his house. So it's not like it's for the public. I felt like in good conscience I could not include that bit about me talking about Jack without actually watching his video. So I did. Unironically, the reason why he started on this journey of amassing books for this library was because of a New York Times post that said if you had 1,000 books in your collection, then it can be like technically classified as a library. He said at the time, which was about a year ago from the video, he had like about 950 books or so. In the making of the video, he counted over 1,860 books. He doubled his collection in the time span that it took for Jessica to read 300 and something books and for that girl behind me in line to read 100 or so. 9 900 books in 1 year. I think it really baffles me, the bounds of this kind of obsession, because we all mask it as educating ourselves. There's no way that Jack read 900 books last year, and there's no way that he had already read everything that was on his shelf. This is the overconsumption that we are talking about when we are critiquing the bookish community. And to think that he is best friends with Jordan Teresa, who has made I don't even know how many videos about overconsumption in different fonts. And you know what, come to think of it, I don't think she's made an overconsumption video talking about book talk.
Technically it was just a podcast and not a full video, so technically I wasn't really wrong.
And it, honestly, she's one of my favorite YouTubers, and it makes me think of her less. I am not a subscriber of Jack. This is all off the dome. These are all my opinions, but from my perspective as a watcher, as a chronic watcher of YouTube, I see the same problem repackaged, just like everybody else in the commentary space. If you're a fan of Jack and you're seeing this, let me know. Does he donate anything ever? Does he ever get rid of books that he doesn't like? Does he ever not like the books that he reads? I feel like someone who loves everything that they read, or everything that they listen to, or everything that they purchase, I really question it, you know? I just thought it was some food for thought. I did actually watch this video. You make up your own conclusions. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. I would hope that people have more of like a selfless part of making an actual library. But 3 books could be your library. So it's editing sim coming at you live. Looking back, I don't think I was getting my point across in the way that I really meant it to be. Obviously, people don't need to do things all the time to be selfless. People can do things for themselves. People can want things for themselves, right? In Jack Edwards' case, he talked about wanting a registered library, which has to be a certain amount of books, and a registered library is meant to be shared with people. But you don't have to have a registered library for it to bring meaning to you. Trying to do this goal, right? Especially with like something in a home library where it's like in your house. I couldn't really picture myself doing something like that. I could not picture myself opening up my home to strangers and letting people take my books that I put my hard-earned money into purchasing and collecting across however many years, and risking them not bringing it back. And I don't think I was expressing that very well, and I was finding it really difficult to wrap my head around how somebody could amass that many books in such little time. Because if I'm not mistaken, Jack Edwards is still under the age of 30. We have maybe 50 books, and that's me and partner Green, after 2 decades of amassing books that we really love and want to keep. But not everybody is like that. And the part that I'm critiquing here, the reason why I'm even talking about this at all, about what those women said behind me, was because I think we have a tendency to focus on the number, putting quantity over quality because of comparison. And I think it's toxic. I think it makes people not really want to read. I think it makes people feel intimidated, you know, like they're not good enough, like what they're reading isn't good enough. Let me tell you something. I don't think I finished a single, actually that's a lie, I finished 2 works in all of my college career. Anything else I did not finish. I barely even finished the movies I had to watch for film class, okay? Does that mean that my degree is worth any less than anybody else's degree? No, it's still important that you read it all. And I think you should be impressed with yourself. I think people should mitigate their expectations. I was judging how hard they were judging themselves. Everyone says all the time that comparison is the thief of joy, but I think comparison can be good. It can help you set healthy goals and expectations for yourself, but you need to do more than just compare. You need to contrast. You need to find the differences in you versus other people. It would be incredibly unrealistic for me to just start reading The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. I never read any of his work. It's like 900 pages. I don't even know if I like Brandon Sanderson's books. It will be incredibly unrealistic for me to put that on my TBR. Oh, well, everybody's reading it, so I have to read it. No. For now, I'm gonna stay within my reading abilities, my reading bounds, but I feel like a lot of other people don't have that same discernment. It's sad because I think we put ourselves down unnecessarily. And for what? The sake of consumerism. For the sake of capitalism, that we are doing this to ourselves. That being said, of course I want to own a personal library one day. I'm not judging people for decorating their bookshelves. I might be judging them for how they're decorating their bookshelves, because listen, why anybody would put horizontal books next to vertical books is beyond me. That's personal preference. I am not attacking these people. Yeah, to that girl, her friend reading 300 books was the impressive part, but to her mom, her daughter reading 145 books is still impressive. There's always gonna be somebody better than you. Newsflash, there's somebody better than me at playing Minecraft. There's somebody better than me at editing, at making videos, at doing hair, at, you know, taking care of themselves. Fuck yeah, there is. That's a good thing. That means that I myself, I can progress. And that's why I think sometimes comparison can be a good thing. It can allow you to understand your limits, your bounds, and to carefully expand them in a safe and healthy way. But if you are feeling bad about yourself, it's hard to say, oh, well, you just should not. I feel like a good piece of advice is just knowing that there is somebody out there better than you.
And truly believing
that is okay. It's all about perspective. I don't know why it took me so long to get there. This year, I hope everybody is practicing a healthy perspective, healthy comparison. Yeah, just stepping back and looking at the man in the mirror. I was editing this and I was like, you know what? It's not coming off the way that I meant it to. And by, you know, watching it like a stranger would, or, you know, maybe getting a second opinion or a third, I can reflect and try to say it better. And that's all that we can really do. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna say things that I don't mean. And I'm gonna take things back that I think I should take them back. Let's get back to the video. And regardless of what you want to read, whether that be Fourth Wing or fucking Charles Dickens, the only person that matters when it comes to what you like to read and what you choose to read is yourself. That being said, we are practicing yes and reading is still very political, and it is disheartening to see the book talk table only getting bigger. With that being said, I hope that you're having a wonderful day, and I want you to be aware of what you're reading. I would like you to be critical of the media that you consume, but it is exhausting, and I understand that. Read more, talk less,
Smile more.
period.
Don't let them know. I can't. There's too many people watching. There's like
Farted.
it's like 60 people.
No, there's not. No, come on, babe.
No.
Talk less.
Smile more.
Don't let them know what you're against or what you're for. Now we're going into Target because it's been many moons since we've been to Target, and I'm returning Iron Flame. Hopefully.
Oh.
I would love to be rid of this book. Please, God. I donated Fourth Wing, and I was gonna donate this one to the library, but I was like, girl, but if I can't return it, I will be donating it to the library. So
Could you, in your video, edit out the part that when she said 300 books, and I said, oh, that's 3 books a week.
okay,
Please edit.
I will.
But keep this part in.
Okay.
So they still have record of my, because unlike Frog, I will correct my mistakes, but I still want record of the mistake to stand.
I will include them both because I will find it very funny.
That's diabolical. I don't really think it suits me.
Why are you kind of eating it up though?
You some hummus?
Yeah, 10. That almost got me. 11.
We're in big trouble when he gets on the road.
This feels fun, more comfortable. Black or the stealth?
You like the black ones more? I think I really like the rose gold. Look at my hand next to it versus like this one. This gold feels like a little bit too gaudy.
I think what is weird to me, whenever I was unshaven in the face, I was also shaven in the head. Actually, not that heavy.
I returned Iron Flame. Now we're at Hot Pot. We have some grass. But we don't get to go. The last time that we went to Hot Pot was on my birthday. Feeling very grateful. I'll show you all the meat and everything. Of course, I'm not cooking a damn thing. It's a man's job. Smells delicious. Wow.
I love watching meat.
I love watching meat as well.
That's actually quick.
Okay, babe, how was it?
5.
Out of 10? This is only ever like my second proper hot pot. Hearing that this is only my second ever, I still think the first place we went to was way better.
Shout out Bulgogi House in Orlando, Florida.
I feel like if that place is a 10, this place has to be like a you get like a 4 or 5. I would say my favorite was the beef bulgogi,
Yeah.
but I don't know if we'll come back here again.
My favorite was the sliced beef belly, but lettuce was also bitter, and the kimchi was not good.
We'll be looking for other ones.